start from where the handstand starts, our connection to the ground, our hands. First thing I want you to get used to is whenever you put your hands on the floor is to keep this index finger parallel. This finger will be facing forwards. The fingers are going to be wide open and pressing like a cat onto the floor. So if I try to lift the finger, they won't come up because it's activated. I'm tearing into the floor. This is a good starting point, whether I'm doing a plank, whether I'm doing a down dog to open the shoulders, or whether I'm starting to do any of my wrist exercises. The first one we're going to do is called wrist flexion raises. I'm going to open the elbows forwards. I'm going to lift the thumb up. Sometimes the thumb doesn't lift up, so I just try anyways, keeping the elbows extended, shoulders above the wrists, and I want to come up to the first knuckle and second knuckle mostly. From here, I come down slow and controlled. If I cannot do this, walk the knees forwards, walk the knees forwards, and then you will have more weight on the knees, and you can do the movement less loaded, and the range of motion will become easy. If it's easy, take the knees more backwards, but don't take the shoulders back. We want to keep the shoulders stacked. This is another very, if not the most important concept for the handstands. It's bone stacking. So you see the shoulder, elbow, and wrist are in one line, like a pillar. This pillar, this bone structure can carry lots of weight. If I was here, the muscles are working. In the handstands, we want to have strong pillars and then fine tune the musculature. So after you do 10 to 15 repetitions of this exercise, we're gonna have some resting positions. Resting position number 1, low kneeling. And you can shake or circle the wrists in the meantime. Let's do again the same exercise, this time with external rotation. Extend the elbows, shoulders activated, pushing the floor. So the chest is going away from the floor. I imagine there's a fire here. I want to go up. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 times. Notice my hands are not too wide, also not too close. They are just underneath my shoulders. Externally rotating the shoulders. We're going to talk about this again in the future, external and internal rotation. After you do that set, we're going to go to our resting position number 2, which is flexing the toes and then trying to sit on our heels. If you can, you sit and you are upright. If this hurts, it will slowly open the range of motion of your big toes, and it's very important. So in this handstand course, we're going to gain mobility in other places. Not just the handstand, but we're also going to work on these positions. Let's do another set of the wrist prep. Now choose either forwards, outside, or you can try internal rotation. In the internal rotation, bring the hands a bit closer. So we're starting to train our wrists to become strong in weird positions, which will later on make the aligned normal position much more comfortable and stronger. After doing that again, you should feel this area burning. Let's go to another resting position, which is the squat. If you're not comfortable in the squat, you can elevate the heels. You can roll a yoga mat or put some puzzle mats and rest in the squat. Again, now instead of holding it internally rotated, let's hold it the normal way. And again, circle the wrists. Stretch them a bit and let go. So this little wrist and resting positions, do them throughout the day as many times as you can. Let's go on now and talk a little bit about the elbows really quick. So the elbows, we just want to extend them. Some people have hyperextension, which is when the extended joint is going more than a straight line. If you have hyperextension in the elbows, Either you do the handstands with the hyperextension if it's pain-free, or you can slightly bend them sometimes. But I would recommend, if it doesn't hurt, just straighten them. Hyperextension or no, it doesn't matter. Another problem, some people cannot straighten the elbows. So if your elbows are here, you're going to need to work on it. Extend, release, extend, release. You're gonna need to do passive hanging, and you're gonna need to do more extra work to straighten the elbows. Very important to have straight elbows. Shoulders are going to be externally rotated. How do you know if your shoulder alignment is good? So let's start with a quick test. Extend the legs, do posterior pelvis tilt, so the lower back is touching the floor. Now from this position, don't lose the PPT, posterior pelvis tilt. Hands to the sky, open the fingers, extend the elbows, and try to bring your hands all the way to the floor. If you lose the PPT, or if you cannot bring the hands all the way to the floor, and you feel some tension here, it means we need to work on opening the shoulder. This is an open 360 degrees shoulder angle. This is 180 or 90. Don't worry about the math for now, but open, closed. So if you cannot do that, I'm gonna show you a really quick exercise. We're gonna do the down dog from yoga, but in a different way. We're gonna press the fingers on the floor, and from here, I'm going to bend the knees, do anterior pelvis tilt, ribs in, and I want to bring the chest towards the thighs without letting go of the fingers, and I go 1, and I want to bring my ears past the line of the shoulders, 2, 3, 4, 10 times, and then you're gonna hold this for 10 seconds. You're gonna feel some tension in the back and the shoulders. Keep pressing, and this will allow you to strengthen the end range of motion. If this exercise was very easy for you, maybe you need to strengthen or stabilize the shoulders. I'm gonna show you one quick shoulder stabilization exercise. With the knees beneath the hips, hands beneath the shoulders. I'm going to bring one hand to the middle, and then the other hand, I'm going to lift out and up and out in the middle. And as I do that, I externally rotate and I hold here. I can do this static for 30 seconds. As I come down, I internally rotate. I switch sides. Another option, you're gonna practice it one day, you're gonna do it dynamically. And another day, you're gonna do it statically. And once you get it, you do it dynamic. Look at the tempo. Slow. Don't hurry. Don't hurry. Slow. As you come up, externally rotate. And then you can do this for 10 reps and then hold for 10 to 20 seconds. Keep the shoulders down. This is a good one for stabilizing your shoulder. Next, we're gonna talk, after we talked about the wrists, the elbows, the shoulders, we're gonna talk about another very important piece, the lower back, the belly, the core. So, I'm gonna show you a quick alignment drill. Alignment drill means we want to be aligned. What is a good alignment for the handstand? Look at any of these columns around you, around here, whatever is holding the structure straight. So, in order to be straight, I need to focus on PPT, posterior pelvis tilt. Same time, extend the legs, point the feet, strong belly. When I say strong belly, don't bring the belly in. Just think about protecting from a punch. Extend the elbows and hold. Extend the legs as much as you can. If the hands are not here and they're here, it's okay. Try to bring them down. Elongate from the feet, elongate from the fingers. If you cannot keep the lower back on the floor, bend the knees. Extend the hands, extend the neck, breathe. How deep to breathe? as deep as you can without losing the integrity of the structure. So you can do shallow, short breathing. Also for the advanced handstands, short, shallow breathing is good enough. You don't need to breathe too deep in the handstands. You just need to breathe enough to live for that handstand minute. Good. I want you to work on this alignment drill, on these shoulder openers or shoulder stabilizers, the wrist preparation, and in between these exercises, you're going to have resting position such as the squat, the high kneeling, or the low kneeling. In our next class, we're going to talk more about the handstands. But as a preparation, do this little routine 3, 4, 5 times a week. See you next time.